Hello and welcome to another first Descendant video and welcome to an ultimate Viessa build. Now, I had previously built Viessa just before season 2 started, and so I had very little work to do to get her to insane levels of power. So what has happened is with this patch they have buffed Viessa, and basically what they have done is they have taken her abilities and just improved them all around. So they have reduced the cooldown, they've increased the damage. With the Frost Root, they have increased the speed. With the Blizzard, they have reduced the interval between the continuous damage of the blizzard thing. So she's just all around more powerful, just insanely good now. I would put her next to Bunny and Freyna right now, because I ran the 400% dungeons with this build that I'm going to share with you. And I was thinking, have they nerfed the bosses? Have they nerfed the dungeons? I went to the Void Vessel on hard, and the boss just fell apart instantly. So I went into a group public match because I wanted a little more power from the bosses, and even then she was doing insane damage. And also, this is not just the base stuff. The Transcendent mod is also insanely good, absolute zero. So first, let me show you what I mean. So base Viessa has 15% crit hit rate. Okay. Now, if you add the absolute zero mod, Transcendent mod, it increases her crit hit rate to 35%. Insane, 20% increase to the hit rate. And so what happens now is she was already powerful, and with a few mods you can just max her out, like max the crit on her abilities. Now she was doing more damage, she's faster, and now she's critting every single time she casts her abilities. And then I found a reactor here. As you can see, I have enhanced it to level 3, which is rare. Again, only Freyna and Bunny reactors have received this honor of getting a third enhancement. But I did this for Viessa as well because she's doing so much damage, and this is the perfect reactor for her, in my opinion. Now, with this here, you can see we have reached 45%. And so with a few more mods, you can max her out to 100% quite easily. So I'll just show you here. We'll go over the build, but have a look. 100% crit hit rate and 4 times the crit hit damage. And I've been very conservative with the damage because, as you know, with my builds, I like to put some health, I like to have range and duration and all those things. So I was very conservative, and this can go even more. I've not even put the Slayer set and other things. This can go significantly higher. So enough with that. Let's actually have a look and see what she can do now. And like I said, when I went into the 400% dungeons, I was thinking, have they nerfed the bosses? What has happened here? She is that good now. So overall, we have this sort of thing. Now, the other thing that Absolute Zero does is it changes all her abilities to to chill and singular. Now, if you remove this, normally she has chill and fusion, chill and fusion, chill and fusion, and chill and tech. Okay, and chill and tech for the passive as well. However, when you put the absolute zero mode, all 4 of her abilities become chill and singular. And on top of that, if you get a chill and singular reactor, you can see all 4 of her abilities are buffed up, 27,778. And all 4 of her abilities, all 5 of her abilities do damage. Like with all other Descendants, there's one that gives them like a defensive thing or something that gives them speed or something. All her abilities do damage. So she is just insanely powerful. And also the MP is also not an issue as far as my build is concerned. I wasn't really facing much issues in terms of running out of MP. The MP cost is also pretty low. So what I've done is I've gone with these 2 crit mods to get the crit rate and crit damage up. And I did not have the focus on singular because it was not needed. It was just too much power, I feel. Then we have 1 mod for health, and we have MP conversion and nimble fingers for cooldown. We have skill expansion for range, and then I have 1 slot open where you can put either range or duration, up to you, your preference. So I'll just show you a little bit in the lab, then I'll go over a couple of footage videos I have for the dungeons that I did today. So we have here the Legion of Immortality. Okay, so first, I don't know if they're invincible. All right, they are invincible, so we can see the damage numbers here. Again, this can go much higher. So have a look at this. you're doing almost 1.5 damage per tick. Okay. Okay. So what we have here is, if we remove the invincibility with the build that I have right now, we get 7 out of the 9 will go down instantly with so much power. You don't even have to worry about the continuous damage from the blizzard. Okay, so that is the damage that we get. Insane. Now, if we look at the build again, what we have is, because we have put so much into cooldown, we only have a 2.2-second cooldown on our first ability. Our second ability, which is the Frost Road, which gives her insane speed, 40% increase of speed. She's basically now behind Bunny in terms of speed. If there was a race, she would get the silver medal now. So this here, the duration is 20 seconds. Okay, 20.1 seconds is the duration for the Frost Road, so she'd run at the speed, and the cooldown is only 7.9 seconds. So you'll always have the full speed available to you, and you don't even have to like spam it. You do it once every 17, 18 seconds, and you'll have the speed boost. Now, the third ability, which is the Cold Snap, this has a cooldown of 6.4 seconds from the initial 20 seconds. And so, yeah, you can cast this once, then you do a couple of these, have your thing up, and then the ultimate ability, which is the Blizzard, this has a 19-second cooldown, down from a full minute. It's down by a third, more than a third. And the normal duration is 6 seconds. I've put a annihilation sensor, so let's actually go over the components as well. So I've gone with 2 pieces from the Polar Knight auxiliary power, which is what you get from Dead Bride. And I've put 2 pieces from the annihilation sensor. Once again, I wanted a balance of health, defense, and most importantly, MP. So this second thing on the sensor, MP recovery and MP max MP, this is what I wanted. So I've gone for 2 pieces from annihilation and 2 pieces from the polar, because we get 6.2% chill power increase as well. Now, of course, if you put the Slayer set, you get a 26% power. But like I said, going through 400% dungeon, going through the Void Vessel on hard public, I just did not feel like we needed more power. Now, of course, with Void bosses or something, you may want to consider that. But again, I don't have a good sensor for the Supernova, no Slayer. You can see max MP is only 114, so I hesitate to use that with people who need a lot of skills, and Viessa is casting all 4 of our skills at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but like quite regularly. So what we have with this over here is 10,000 defense, 11,000 very comfortable, 290 MP, which is also pretty good. And then so our final option with this build is either range or duration. I'll leave that up to you. So I'll just show you what I mean. So we have these guys here. Okay, I'll just show you again. So if we do this, we are taking out 7 out of 9. Okay, now our range is good to begin with. It's not bad. So that's why I've left the option, because if you see here, where is the range? Range is 3.5 meters. Okay, we are getting 7.1, which is just over 100% or 200% in total. Maximum you can go is 250%, which would be 8.75. Okay, for this one here, Blizzard, 6-meter radius is the initial, and we have it up to 12.2. So we have more than doubled it. Maximum it will go is 250%, which will be 15 meters. We can get that very easily with one mod here. So if we put range and we put amplification control, now we have maxed out the range. You can see 8.9, which is more than 8.75. Of course, it cuts off. And then you have this one here as well. Over here, it's up to 15.3 meters. So we have maxed out the range completely. Now, the difference that makes is these guys, all of them will go down now. Boom. One snap of her fingers, and that's it. They're all done. The other option you have is, instead of that little bit of extra range, you can go with a little more duration. Now, which one works better for you? That again, I'll leave it up to you. So if we go instead for duration, we get another 36% duration. So our duration right now is 6.3 seconds on the Blizzard, okay? Because that's the one that will be very handy. And even these guys, these things will be useful. But over here, if we put this now, our duration is 6.5 seconds. That is a pretty good increase. So it will just stay longer, but by 2.5 seconds. So your bigger bosses, they'll take more damage. I personally feel the duration is a better investment, but again, like I said, I'll leave it up to you to pick which you want. So now this will just, you know, do more damage for longer. Let's see, 8.5 seconds seems quite a long time. With the 19-second duration, we are just about 10 seconds in terms of the cooldown difference. So what you can do is when you are in the dungeons, you can see we're still going with the passive now. So what you can do is when you go, you cast your third, then you cast your second, first ability, then you cast your first ability again. And by the time that is done, your third is available again. You cast your ultimate if you have a lot of enemies. It just makes it very smooth, and also just keep topping up your speed because now she's running as fast as Bonnie, almost as fast. So you can see here full speed, and look how long our duration is on our uh, running, because the cooldown is only 7.9 seconds and the duration is over 20 seconds, almost 3 times the duration. So you can see still going, and now we're almost at the end, so we can just cast it again, and there we go. So you can have 100% uptime on your speed running, and of course if you hold a smaller gun in your hand like a handgun or a hand cannon or something, then you can take advantage of that. And one more thing before we move on, the inversion reinforcement. So you can have the heightened sensory cells to recover HP or MP if you're near an enemy every half a second. You can also use RK boost to reduce skill down and increase range even more. And also we have some bullets, so I've added chill focus rounds. It goes nicely with VS, I suppose. So you don't have to have an element on your gun if you don't want to, or you can have the same one and do more damage or something like that. So very good build in my opinion. Now Viessa is genuinely very fun to use, and so yeah, I would recommend something like this. Again, I would like to go with duration. You can pick the range if you prefer, but very comfortable. You don't even need to like put even more power, but if you wanted, you can go with the Slayer set. You can put focus on um, singular or singular specialist or whatever you want. But if you can get a balance like this, the best part is all 5 of our abilities are the same type, and you can, when you enhance the reactor, you get power to all of them, and also all of them do damage. That is insane. All right, so I'll just show you a few clips, quick clips of the 400% dungeon and the void vessel on hard public. All right, so this is the quarantine zone in Fortress 400%. We have a bunny and a Freyna, but the Freyna leaves early on. So it just shows you how good VSI is, because you don't have to worry too much about, um, you know, having teammates and stuff. You can genuinely do even the hard group for 400% dungeons quite comfortably. So we'll just move on because it's not too much here. Over here, you can just keep running, go around, cast your fourth ability a couple of times, cast your first ability, take out even the elites here comfortably, and then you move on to the bosses. Now this is quite comfortable. You drop your fourth ability, the Blizzard. So I'm just taking care of these guys, and notice when I put down the Blizzard how comfortable it is against these guys. These two are quite annoying. They do a lot of damage. Just look at the health of both of them. Because they're standing there, we can see very quickly we got them down to their immunity phase. Also, you can throw your first ability and take care of the orbs quite comfortably. You can take out all of them if you aim it correctly. And now you can see my Blizzard cooldown is available again. So, and also this build that you're seeing, this was not fully finished. I was still leveling up 1 or 2 things, and the health wasn't there. I think I put 2 health mores over here just to compensate. You can see 1 hit and they're done. And it should be done very quickly now. There you go, all done. This is 400% 2 ending bosses, and I was genuinely thinking have they nerfed them because they were going down that easily. Now we have the Void Vessel, again, public hard difficulty. I wanted to go for the hardest challenge I could find because solo this felt too easy. The bosses obviously don't have as much health. You can see the Elite Storm Warrior just goes down that quickly. And this section here with a lot of enemies, you can keep running, have the abilities, and just destroy all of them quite comfortably. Cast your first and okay, break the shields with the gun. Again, I have the beam rifle, which also has like cold rounds. Now, again, I have an old PC, so this section I am struggling with the frame rates here. It just tanks my frame rates. I go down into the 20 FPS category. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So moving on to the boss, and you'll notice how easy it is to even take out this guy. So I did not bother saving up my ultimate. I just thought I'd just use it for the minions first. And also in this build, I did not have range or duration. Neither of those things were applied because I was still leveling up and I wanted to put another catalyst in. So this is without either of those two things that I mentioned, that final mod. This is without either of those. So neither duration nor range. And I'm still just destroying everyone. So now we have our ultimate ready again. So you can just drop it and look at how quickly his health is going away. I had lost my cursor over there. So now we have the second stage. I do think they have nerfed him. Can somebody confirm? Because they haven't said anything in terms of patch notes. I think they mentioned something in the dev stream, but he definitely feels easier to take out. Even though it wasn't that hard to begin with, but yeah, it just feels easier now because in the solo, you can like a good Freyna or a Bunny, or not Bunny, like Viessa could have taken him out anyway. But in groups, he can still now be taken out by just one strong Descendant, which I don't think was happening before because I used to put in a lot of Freyna's fourth into him just to, get his health down. But now you'll see how quickly he's going down. But because Viessa has 100% crit and 4 times damage, this is much easier to take out now. You see, even with my other abilities, look how much damage he's taking. Look at this. It's genuinely powerful. And because she's running, she has the benefit of Bunny and also the damage of Viessa, of Freyna. So you can mix and match. And also MP stuff isn't too bad with her. So yeah, she's genuinely a top tier, S tier Descendant in my opinion. So that is the ultimate Viessa build. I'm very happy. I think with this season, everybody was hyping Ultimate Sharon, and Ultimate Sharon is good. But I think Viessa might be even better. Like more usable, more comfortable, faster, all skills to damage. So yeah, like I said, find yourself a reactor, something like this. Critical hit rate, critical hit damage. Now I have put a beam rifle mounting. I think I had the beam rifle mounting even before season 2, before we had the option of the weapon categories. But beam rifle, we have the Voltia, which is very good. So I just use that, and I have a tactical rifle and a machine gun, so we are covered. Of course, if you can swap out one of these two and get something lighter, like a handgun, and then equip that, you'll run even faster. And then if you go into the Void Vessel, you can equip the beam rifle. Other places, you can go with something else that does damage. But like I said, at this point in the game, there isn't really any content apart from void bosses where you would need a big gun to do a lot of damage, like during Legacy or something. So yeah, very comfortable Viessa build for dungeons, 400%, void bosses, other content within the game. And even I'll test it out on the void bosses as well and see how it goes, because I did not have any need to go to void bosses. But I'm pretty confident this will do very well over there as well. So once again, this is the mod page. You need a chill and singular reactor because her normal abilities get changed with the absolute 0 and they change for the best. Now also keep in mind I have my reactor at level 3. You don't have to, even level 2 should be good, but I'll try and get it up to max level. So far I've only maxed out Freyna's reactor because I had the good rolls on it. It is quite expensive to max it out, and Bunny's reactor is also at 3 and Viessa's reactor is at 3. Like these are the only 3 people who have their reactors enhanced, and I'll try and get this up to 5 to see how much more damage she does. But anyway, hopefully this was useful, very fun, and yeah, if you genuinely want an alternative to Bunny or Freyna, Viessa's your girl. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.